The year is 2026. The FX5 just got announced. There's all these crazy cameras out, and I just bought an FX3. Let me tell you why. Now, buying an FX3 in 2026 may not seem like the smartest financial decision, but let me tell you why it doesn't matter. Let's start with some context. I have been pretty much a career-long Canon shooter. In my early stages, I was on a Lumix GH5. I hope with my years in the industry, it's led me to some level of maturity in my camera decisions. So why did I buy an FX3? Well, I'm still not gonna get into that. Every review I see of a new camera is, man, for under 5,000 or under 2,500 or under 2,000, this is the best camera. And I think something that a lot of people fail to recognize is that that metric, that price point, doesn't matter. If all you had was a budget of $2,500 and you ask what's the best camera under $2,500, you're gonna be told, oh, go buy a Canon R6v, or go buy an A7 IV, or go buy a Nikon XR. And none of those take into account what other accessories you need for your use case. Are you a real estate videographer? Or are you someone who shoots weddings? And on top of that, we see people like Gerald Undone who retire from camera reviews, even though that's a big financial impact, purely because it doesn't matter anymore. I think any camera you can buy, newer than maybe 2021, is going to be more than capable of most things. And the question shouldn't be of what's the best camera, it's what's the best system. So that's for why I bought an FX3 in 2026. Reason why? It doesn't matter what an FX5 has. An FX3 is more than capable of doing the job I needed to do. Why I loved my Canons, I love the image I got out of them. Honestly, for the fact that I do mostly social media work now, and I'm trying to do more of my own social media and YouTube stuff, a bigger deal to me was having a camera that would actually be small enough and light enough that I would go and take it, or prevents me from having to carry as much gear. The FX3's 12,800 ISO means I can go take it to that concert, and maybe I go film something. Or for example, I went to a local rodeo, and here I am shooting motocross stuff because I brought the camera. Something I never would have done with my Canon. So, can we please all stop worrying about the spec sheet? Honestly, if this wasn't my job and I didn't already have so much invested in cameras, I probably would have bought an A7C too, because it's small, it shoots great 4K video. I don't really care about a 4K 60 crop, because on personal projects, it doesn't matter. And it's a small size that would be even better for me taking out and actually going and shooting things. Or heck, maybe I would have gone with an FX30. None of it matters. I'm tired of going into YouTube comment sections and it's like, well, I shoot Lumix because this camera does better, or this camera does better, or this Nikon's better than the Sony FX3, or oh, is this R6v FX3 killer? Like, none of it matters. I want to send out an invitation to stop watching gear reviews. Start watching somebody that inspires you to go do something creative. Do something that's actually going to create something. I know I have that same issue. I started this year trying to take a photo every day, and I'll be honest, it only lasted about 2 months. There's people in my life that made me feel like I was wasting my time doing it, and I believe them. And honestly, right now, that's one of my bigger regrets. Because let's say I stuck with it. Even with having done camera stuff for years, I look back on my old YouTube videos and I cringe a little. I don't think they're very good. I think a lot of times I threw a really crappy color grade on there just to get it out the door. Or I didn't go out and shoot the footage I wanted to shoot because it would have taken too much time. Think of how much better I would be at everything I'm trying to do creatively if I was just creating. If I just kept doing it. I don't need perfection today. I want progress. So back to that question of why should you buy an FX3 in 2026? The answer is maybe you shouldn't, but the real answer is if it's gonna make you actually go out and be creative. I do have some other reasons as for why I bought an FX3, and I will break those down video by video of features and the such that for me felt like enough reason to sell off the entirety of my Canon kit and switch to Sony. So if you're somebody watching this wondering, should I save the money to go buy an FX5 or is the FX3 good enough? The real question is, are you? And I don't mean to upset you, But realistically, are you going to max out that camera? Or is the camera you got now got a little bit more room? Does it have a little bit more that you can push out of it, that you can squeeze? I'd argue for most of you, there is. Especially if you're somebody who's trying to make a living in this industry, it's so easy to just get caught up in, I need better gear to accomplish that. I need more lighting. I need more microphones. I need more lenses. I need more camera bodies. And that can feel crushing. It can make those $750 jobs feel like they're never enough. And in an industry where, unless you're working on big production value projects, it just seems like a race to the bottom where you're fighting against people bidding you out against AI. I see so many creatives giving up. So if you need it, go buy the FX3 or an FX5 or the Nikon XR or the R6v, but please, please don't waste your money.